The bright lights of the Today Show studio reflected off the polished floor, making every detail shine with perfection. Jack Black, known for his humor and wild charisma, sat across from Savannah Guthrie, smiling confidently at the cameras. The audience applauded, unaware that the interview would soon take an unexpected turn. Savannah leaned in, ready with her questions. "Jack, your new movie is breaking records, but many fans have noticed your recent antics. Some critics say you're, well, a little too over the top lately. How do you respond?" The audience tittered. Jack's grin faltered slightly. He had expected a playful tone, a lighthearted exchange, not this thinly veiled critique. I think I'm just bringing energy," he replied, trying to stay relaxed. Savannah's eyes were sharp, professional, yet calm. "Energy is one thing, Jack, but some say it's bordering on chaotic. Don't you think it might hurt your credibility?" The words hit harder than expected. Jack blinked, searching for a way to respond. The audience murmured, sensing tension. His usual humor felt trapped, his charisma restrained. He laughed nervously, trying to steer the conversation back to safer territory. "I mean, I like to entertain, Make people laugh," Jack said. But Savannah pressed further, her tone incisive yet polite. "Yes, but some say your antics overshadow your talent. How do you balance the two?" Jack's mind raced. He could feel the discomfort creeping in. Every joke he tried fell flat, and Savannah's poised delivery amplified his unease. The audience watched, a mix of curiosity and suspense in the air. He realized the interview was no longer about promoting the movie. It had become a public critique. "And you think your fans deserve this?" Savannah asked softly, leaning forward. Jack's smile vanished. He felt exposed, criticized, and frustrated. His usual confidence evaporated under the spotlight. He paused, then shook his head, muttering, I can't do this right now." Without another word, he stood abruptly, knocking over the microphone stand slightly, and stormed off the stage. Gasps filled the studio. Cameras captured every moment, the audience frozen in shock. Savannah remained composed, though her brow furrowed slightly in concern. The producers scrambled, trying to regain control of the live broadcast. Tweets exploded on social media. Jack Black stormed off Today Show. Humiliating interview gone wrong. Backstage, Jack leaned against the wall, taking deep breaths. The adrenaline coursing through him mixed with anger and embarrassment. He loved performing, loved making people laugh. But this felt different. It felt like judgment. And in that judgment, he found a raw, human moment that the world was now watching. Backstage, the mood was tense. Production staff whispered, unsure whether to intervene or give Jack space. Savannah, still on air, tried to continue, her professionalism unwavering. "Well, folks, sometimes live television surprises us. Let's take a quick break." Jack paced, hands on his head. He felt a mix of regret and defiance. He hated that he'd stormed off, yet he hated feeling belittled even more. He looked around and saw his publicist, who cautiously approached. "Jack, you okay?" she asked, voice low. Jack exhaled sharply. "No, I hate that they're spinning this like I lost it. I hate feeling like my work isn't respected." His publicist nodded. "I get it. But this is live TV. Everyone makes mistakes. The important thing is how you handle it next." Jack ran a hand through his hair, feeling the heat of embarrassment. The memory of the audience's shocked faces replayed in his mind. Social media was already exploding with clips of him walking off. Headlines screamed, "Jack Black humiliated on national TV?" He sank into a chair, frustrated yet reflective. Maybe Savannah wasn't the villain. Maybe it was the pressure, the expectations, the constant scrutiny. Jack loved performing, but in that moment he realized he hated being misunderstood. His manager sat down beside him. "You're human. People forget that sometimes. Humor and honesty don't always mix with sharp questioning. It's not the end of your career." Jack nodded slowly. "Yeah, maybe I just need to breathe. Focus on what matters. The fans, the work, the joy of performing, not these criticisms." Meanwhile, back on set, the producers scrambled to fill airtime. The audience whispered, some cheering, some concerned. Savannah maintained composure, delivering her lines with poise, but the tension lingered. Even her experienced gaze couldn't erase the memory of Jack's storming exit. Jack stood, determination replacing frustration. He knew he'd return. This wasn't the story he wanted the world to remember. It was just a pause, a human moment, a reminder that even stars have vulnerabilities. Later that evening, Jack sat in his dressing room, reviewing clips of the interview online. Tweets, memes, and news headlines flooded the screen. But amidst the chaos, something unexpected happened. Messages from fans poured in, expressing support. "We love your authenticity. You're human, Jack. Don't let them shame you." Jack smiled, feeling a sense of relief. He realized the public could be compassionate. That vulnerability could connect him with people more than perfection ever could. He called Savannah, who answered after a few rings. "Jack, I hope you're okay," she said gently. "I am," he replied, voice calmer. "I just needed a moment. I think we both got caught up in the live energy. But I respect your questions, and I appreciate your professionalism." Savannah smiled softly. "It happens. Live television is unpredictable. You handled it." "Eventually," Jack laughed. "Yeah, eventually." The next day, he returned to the studio, greeted by fans and crew alike. Cameras captured him entering, calm, confident, and human. The producers had edited the interview, and now it was a story of resilience, humor, and honesty. Headlines shifted. Jack Black shows authenticity on Today's Show. Storming off leads to heartfelt reflection. Jack reflected on the day's events. He understood that even his wild humor had limits when tested against sharp scrutiny. He also realized that mistakes, human reactions, and moments of vulnerability were not failures. They were relatable, endearing, and powerful. By the end of the week, Jack embraced interviews with a renewed mindset. Focus on joy, focus on connection, and embrace humanity. The Today Show incident became a defining moment, not for humiliation, but for growth. Jack Black had stormed off the stage. Yes, but he returned stronger, wiser, and more authentically himself. And the world watched, laughed, and understood that even a star can be human.